summer of 2008 had a tremendous crash and burn that just took me down to nothing, and I lost everything in that crash and burn. I was on staff at the church. I was heavily involved in worship. I was doing some teaching on some other topics related to another layer of healing that God had done in my life a few years before. And I'm pretty certain that had he not taken care of the first level, that this next layer of refining I would have not made it. I would not have survived it. So I'm one of those people who loves much because I've been forgiven much, and I'm very humbled that God didn't replace me with a better model. He chose to restore me and has birthed in me a passion for the heart of the worship leader, to the point that it burns in my chest, because I was a worship leader that was not fully integrated. There were parts of my life that were not fully surrendered to the Lord. There were areas that were exposed to sin and left me vulnerable. And I really believe that Satan went to God just like Job and said, I want her. And he said, have at it. I'm going to make good come out of this. And he did, because my immediate response was to turn toward God and not away from him, and really just threw myself on his mercy. And God very strategically put me at Riverstone to give me a safe place where I could safely own all of what had happened, and also get some understanding as to why, and allow God's healing to come to those places. So it's been a process. I feel like I cooperated really well, so God was efficiently moving me forward, and I don't say that doesn't pat me on the back. That's just that I know I cooperated because I didn't have anywhere else to turn, and I believe that God really put me on a straighter path to where I am, and launching me. So my heart burns for the heart of worship leaders, and the heart of worship to come from true and honest places and sincerity. I get, as a leader, how devastating your failure can be to those that you lead. I've lived that, and I am still, even 2 years later, suffering some of the consequences of that, just because of the body that was affected by me. So I'm in a very humble place, and I don't think I have it all figured out. I know that this is what God has given me, the message God's given me to preach, so to speak, and a lot of it was learned the hard way. And if I can help you not go the hard way, I'm good with that. Anytime God can use my story to, help somebody else not make stupid mistakes like I did, then that's redemption, and I'm good with that. So